Randwick, Morfettville will follow, and then Caulfield, the race to follow that. Famous starting point, this one, as we look back on the grandstand, not quite as full as it would be on Derby Day, but Inclusion hoping for its moment under the Randwick banners today. Here's Ian.
Yes, indeed, Brendan, and by golly, it's been very, very well tried here on track in the last 5 minutes. Back to the inclusion of any other runner. Number 1, Inclusion, tote 270, wouldn't get that here on track at the moment. Back from a Melbourne campaign, Inclusion, and 260, gradually coming down now on the tote. 260, 150. Second pick, number 2, Navy Blue, 460 and 170. Pretty good roll-up here at Randwick this afternoon. It's just an ordinary November meeting, really, but the crowd looks good. So Inclusion number 1, very, very heavily tried on course. Back to 270 on the tote. You wouldn't get that on track at the moment. By Stark South, 2 runs in Melbourne, both at Flemington and the Queen Elizabeth and the Hong Kong Jockey Club plate. But before going to Melbourne, he ran second here to Baghdad over 1,600 metres. I suppose that's pretty good form. Previous Lasting Faith number 2, Mitchell Bell's first Sydney winner, and trained by Mark Mason at Tamworth. Mark won a race in Moree this afternoon too. Lasting Faith beat 1 Family of Song, 3 The Great Gatsby, and 5 ran 4th. This is the staying event of the day, pardon me, over the 2,400 metres, and Inclusion, the firm favourite, set, racing this time. And the best out was Navy Blue, but Laetitia jumped very quickly, and so too did Hydra Master. Not all that far away as they settle down is the favourite Inclusion, and then comes Big Doug. Laetitia wanting to over-race, and Inclusion goes through on the inside to take up the role of pacemaking. And as they turn out of the straight, it's Inclusion from Laetitia and Hydra Master on a limb third. Navy Blue settles 4th on the inside of Big Doug. Then Silent Impact on the rails, Bridal Force in the middle, and Big Henry's out wider, and Expect a Star on the inside of Matavani, the last pair. They work along past the 1,800 metres, and Dan Beasley takes the Goulburn train to Hydra Master to the lead now, and opens up about 1 3/4 lengths on Inclusion with Laetitia on its outside. A length further back is Navy Blue, parked on the inside of Big Doug and Big Henry, no luck, and then Silent Impact. Bridal Force to Expect a Star and a neck to Matavani. Hydra Master leads them into the back of the course now, and heading to the 1,400, has a lead of about 1.5 lengths or so on Laetitia, with Inclusion third, 1.5 lengths to Big Doug, and a similar gap then. Big Henry around Navy Blue from Bridal Force. Silent Impact is now third last, the 2 behind him being Matavani and Expect a Star. Hydra Master by the halfway pole at the 1,200 is the leader, 1.5 lengths or so. Sitting in second posse is Laetitia, followed on the inside by Inclusion. Well, the heavily backed Commodity 270 in New South Wales is getting every possible hope. 1.5 lengths to Big Doug, wide of Big Henry, and then Navy Blue followed by Matavani off the track. Bridal Force in the centre and near enough to the rail. Silent Impact and Expect a Star is last. It's Hydra Master making the run down past the 800, 1/2 length on Laetitia, 1 length to Big Henry, Big Doug, and Inclusion caught up in traffic at the moment from Matavani. Navy Blue shuffled back, and then comes Expect a Star from Bridal Force and Silent Impact working to the turn. 500 left to go now, and Hydra Master and Laetitia level pegging from Big Doug and wider Big Henry, and then comes Inclusion waiting on the run, and Matavani on the extreme outside from Navy Blue into the straight and on top of the rise, and Big Doug hits the front. He's into the clear on Inclusion now, but he's 2 lengths away from this leader. In fact, Matavani's gone to second, and then Navy Blue on the outside. Inclusion is struggling, but it's Big Doug in front. On the outside, Navy Blue is trying doggedly to pick up Big Doug, but Big Doug carries too many guns for his rivals, and Big Doug wins it well from Navy Blue and Matavani. Inclusion a very disappointing 4th. Silent Impact, Hydra Master, Expect a Star, Big Henry, Bridal Force at Absolute Laetitia. Corey Brown and Big Doug have combined to take out the staying race here today, and it's a double for Corey. He won earlier on Sequi. Number 6, Big Doug. Well, one thing's come out of that race. Inclusion might have dead set had enough this campaign, unless the 2,400 was too far. He was given every conceivable chance. I know he carried 58, but oh boy, he was a spent force at the 350, probably at the top of the straight, really.
625. We await the trifecta to be determined on Tab Limited, also for Super Tab and Uni Tab players. That shouldn't be far away, waiting for that to arrive through. via the computers. We'll have that as soon as it's available. But the Graham Rogerson stable colours to the fore. Next port of call will be the Flying from Morfettville. It's due to go 6 from now.
In the previous, they've all disappointed. Perhaps this might be the one to put him back in the punters' books, good books here. Here's Walk On Air coming up into the line. His 2 runs have been very good this preparation. Pete Merton's on board, just a little sweat starting to break out on him, but that's no surprise. It's around 30 degrees in Melbourne at the moment, very still day. Now Paternal moves up into the gates. 661 numbers in the quaddie so far. Might be looking pretty good with Sundiata winning the first, Amashino, and then Super Impressive. Now Brassy Jim goes up. He has the white cap. Pink cap is on El Barak, who has the inside barrier. There's Palace Chief going in. That's the outside stall taken up then. So Destruction Point to come into 6. Chief Red Eye into 7, and we'll have them ready. Chief Red Eye coming up to complete it now. $4.60 Burglar on the tote, $5.70 Green Pick. 620 Walk On Air. Set to go. Off now. And Green Pick missed the start by about 3 lengths. Spring Warrior Kennett began fast. Destruction Point away quickly in the early stages. There's Paternal driving up as they settle into stride, and Walk On Air is going to be about midfield now. As they go through the first few hundred metres, Burglar up on the pace, but Paternal led. He's a length and a half in front. From Palace Chief going up to second on the outside of Burglar. Spring Warrior is 4th, a length and a half. Destruction Point, 1 Kennett. Littlewood Lane out 3 wide, improving his place, followed by Chief Red Eye, 2 to El Barak, a length and a half to Walk On Air. Then came Brassy Jim, being followed by Cloth of Gold and Green Pick inside the 800. And the leader is Paternal and Neck Clear. Palace Chief is second. In third placing Burglar. He's flushed out 3 wide now. Spring Warrior the fence, and then Destruction Point. Littlewood Lane's been wide all the way. Then Kennett as they come to the corner from Chief Red Eye, El Barak the rail, and then Walk On Air spotting the leader. 7 at the turn from Brave Chief, Cloth of Gold and Green Pick. Palace Chief took the lead from Paternal. Burglar's ready to let loose with his run. Wider out as Littlewood Lane. Kennett trying to get clear as they corner, and Walk On Air's pulled to the outside. Palace Chief tackled by Burglar inside the 200. Littlewood Lane's putting in a run. Walk On Air's coming down the outside, and Destruction Point is coming too. Littlewood Lane from Burglar, 100 to go. Destruction Point joining in. Littlewood Lane just had the lead though. Littlewood Lane won it by a head. Destruction Point. Burglar might have grabbed third, the inside. Spring Warriors with it though. Photo finished. Then Walk On Air, and next in El Barak, who finished late from Spring Warrior, Palace Chief, Brassy Jim, Green Pick. They were trailed in by Kennett and Paternal and Chief Red Eye, and long last is Cloth of Gold.
Competitive race, wasn't it? And Greg Childs saluted aboard Littlewood Lane, which was right in the market, and it held off a whole host of challenges, including Burglar and Destruction Point, 4th to be confirmed. And so it's a big effort from Littlewood Lane. Covered a lot of territory. Kilmore prepared and gets the cash. So it's 12-3-2 and 4th to be confirmed. So the 2 getting the 3rd back on the inside. And 4th will be confirmed in just a moment, though. Before we take you to Ascot,
off and racing, and Green Pick stood there and missed it by 2. One of the first out, Destruction Point, with Kennett, Spring Warrior and deep out Burglar working forward. Going up there too with it was Palace Chief as they settled properly into stride, and Paternal is the widest runner. El Barak going back through the field, passed by Chief Red Eye. Then Walk On Air back 4th last with Brassy Jim, Green Pick, and last of all is Cloth of Gold. Inside the 1,000, and it's Paternal in front, narrowly taken on now by Palace Chief. Burglar camps into the box seat, a length and a quarter. Spring Warrior followed by Destruction Point. Over on the outside, Littlewood Lane. Kennett the rails between runners there was Chief Red Eye, a break of 2 lengths. El Barak, Walk On Air a length away. Then Brassy Jim, Cloth of Gold and Green Pick's got some work to do from back there at the tail of the field. Down to the 600 metres, and Paternal narrowly from Palace Chief. Burglar pulls out 3 deep now after having a nice run behind the leaders. Deeper out, Littlewood Lane getting to 4th, followed by Spring Warrior. In the centre, Kennett on the outside, Destruction Point. Then Walk On Air coming around the field, followed by El Barak. And further back, Chief Red Eye. On the turn here, and Paternal under siege, grabbed by Palace Chief. Burglar goes the pair. Wider out is Littlewood Lane, followed by Destruction Point. Walk on Air down the outside. Burglar in front, Littlewood Lane the challenger. Palace Chief battling away, and then comes Destruction Point. Walk on Air in front, Littlewood Lane from Burglar. On the outside, Destruction Point. Littlewood Lane in front, Destruction Point lunges, didn't make it. Littlewood Lane a neck, Destruction Point. Spring Warrior maybe third from Burglar. Elbarack, Walk on Air didn't finish it off. Then came Brassy Jim. Green Pick, well, he bungled the start. That was it for him from Palace Chief, Kennett, Chief Red Eye, Paternal, and last in Cloth of Gold.
Box trifecta to Brian. Number 12, Littlewood Lane, Greg Childs, $5.70, $2.40. Number 3, Destruction Point, $6.90. 2, Burglar, $1.90.
Number 12 first, Littlewood Lane. Littlewood Lane gets home here. Number 12 for Greg Childs, coming off that good second at Bendigo on Cup Day behind Houseguest. Number 3's run second, and that is Destruction Point, Dan Brereton. Number 2, third, Burglar, ridden by Stephen King, who's just hung on for third in front of Spring Warrior. 12, 3 and 2. Good horse here, Jenny Gillis has got Littlewood Lane by De Heer out of Interlace. Palace Music Mare raced by S.J. Bloor, and has now had 8 starts for 4 wins, a second and 2 thirds. Second placing to number 3, Destruction Point by Lord Seymour out of Norwegian Girl. Hannah Gilligan. 2, Burglar by Housebuster out of Centre Isle, Moira Murdoch. Gee, Destruction Point, if only he was sound, this horse, he'd be anything, I reckon. But Hannah Gilligan's done a good job to get him to the races. 7-year-old, I think he is now, and he's had only a handful of starts.
And the Toads, 12, Littlewood Lane, Greg Charles, $5.70 a win, $2.40 a place, 3, Destruction Point, $6.90, 2, Burglar, $1.90, the Quinella, $81.50, Exacta, $144.90, the Trifecta, $859.50, the first 4 paying on 12, 3, 2 and 5, 12, 3, 2 and 5, and the dividend, $5,253.30.
Taking a look at the updated Eagle Farm, number 1, Armstrong, 13 and 3, 2, Gillespie, 220, 140, 3, Deer Hill, 30 and 11, 4, Gentleman Caller, 11 and 4, 5, Yuppie, 8 and 230, number 6, Archer Demia, 28 and 6, 70, point, 17 and 4, 8, Kugelhop, 29 and 6, 9, Time Signal, 21 and 5, 10, Kamishima, 8, 22, 10, number 11, Icy Pride, 95 and 16, 12, Black Hula, 35 and 7, 13, Tell Darcy, M. McDonald, the new rider, 57 and 10, 14, Croftside Park, 123 and 22, 15, Midnight Moon, 49 and 9, 16, Royal Danehill, 48 and 10, 17, Bold and Brash, 144 and 26, and 18, Semi-Jewel, 214 and 46, first 4 jackpot of $1,675, favourite 2, Gillespie, 220, 140, Digger McClellan to ride, tips are 2, 1, 5 and 10.
At Caulfield, ahead 3/4, 122.85. The last there, Provoke Sappins, 440 and 260.
3 runs back. Now, Randwick is due to go 15 from now. Ratings on top, Majestic Fiesta from Cosmic Rays, then Kutamutu and Can't Tackle, 2, 4, 1 and 3. Key ones in a very interesting speed test. Listed on page 1, they include Can't Tackle and Magic Fiesta. On page 2, we head across to Brantwood Manor, Jim Cassidy's ride, which is all of the rage, and slightly longer odds elsewhere. Moving in Ascot, the all-red colour soon from Randwick. The jockeys are about to be legged on board. Correct weight is there at Caulfield, Littlewood Lane, Destruction Point, Burglar and Spring Warrior. 12, 3, 2 and 5. Eagle Farm's due to go in a minute 20 until the Queensland Cup. Listed race over the 2 miles, a race in which Gillespie is all of the rage. And if you missed the ratings, there 2 on top from 3, 6 and 7. Now, Morphettville, as we jump ahead and check the ratings there.
Yes, it is, and it's always a good race, the Queensland Cup. 2-mile races are always interesting. I guess it's a little bit like the Duke of Norfolk Stakes at Flemington, when they have the Melbourne Cup and the Duke of Norfolk, and we have the Brisbane Cup and the Queensland Cup. Lesser grade of horse, of course, for this particular race. But we have got Gillespie in the field, and he should be terribly hard to beat. Now, 0 Point, Gary White's got 2 runners, 0 Point and Time Signal, and Time Signal's in a black cap to distinguish him from 0 Point. Now,
50 Yuppie, $562, other runner under 10. 10 Kamishima, 840 and 240.
Gentleman Quarter going in. Gentleman Quarter, the last one to load. No, is not. Gentleman Quarter goes in. Deer Hill will be the last one to load. Deer Hill goes up into his position. And now they're all in and they're set for the Queensland Cup. Stand by. Stand by for the start. Starters on the platform. He's ready for them. Gillespie is the favourite. He's running off the inside alley. All set. Wait for the signal to be given. Racing now. Gillespie was one of the first to get going. He bounced out quickly. Armstrong going forward with Cougar Hoff in the early stages of the race. Bold and Brash began nicely. Here's a bit of speed coming across from out wide. Kamashima's going forward, and so is Black Hula. Gentleman Quarter pressing forward as well, followed by Icy Pride and Royal Danehill. Armstrong's over on the inside. Speed looks fairly solid at the moment. Deer Hill was able to slide over into a spot. He's running about 7th, one off the rails. He's on the outside of Tell Darcy, and then Croftside Park is a little bit wide. 0 Pointers next. Bold and Brash is over on the rails. Icy Pride starting to drift back. Getting well back in the field is Cougar Hoff. Where's the favourite got to? There he is. He's dropped out last, Gillespie. He's last of orders. They set sail for home the first time. In the straight now, Armstrong pulled his way to the lead on the inside, but Academia is going up to join him. Black Hula's running third. Fourth over on the inside is Kamishima. Fifth, the outside there is Gentleman Caller from the awkward gate. Baker's got him over in a trailing position. He's right on the back of Black Hula, followed then by Deer Hill. Royal Danehill is next on the rails. Croftside Park is on the outside of Tell Darcy. 0 Pointers next. Bold and Brash is over on the inside, then Icy Pride. Semi-Jewel caught a little wide. Cougar Hoff is further back in the field, followed then by Midnight Moon, who's a fair way back. Getting back is Yuppie. He is third last on the inside, then Time Signal. And Gillespie is last of order, and he's about 20 lengths off the leader, which is Academia. 1,800 metres to go in the Queensland Cup. Academia put back on the bit, and he seems as though he's dropped onto the steel quite okay. Armstrong is relaxed in second position. A length away third is Black Hula, followed by Kamishima. Fifth on the outside there is Gentleman Quarter, followed by Deer Hill. Going forward on the outside there is 0 Point. He's starting to improve his position, but he's wide. Gentleman Caller is next in the centre. Semi-Jewel following up behind 0 Point. Over on the rails is Deer Hill, covered by Croftside Park. Then Royal Danehill. Yuppie's off the rails now. He's starting to improve. He's going up 3 wide around the outside of Icy Pride. Cougar Hoff is still a fair way back in the field in company with Tell Darcy on the inside, then Time Signal. He's starting to go forward on Gillespie. He's 3 wide, but he's starting to go forward now. He's about 15 off the pace, but he's going to cover ground in the last 1,000 metres. Well back is Midnight Moon, and Bold and Brash now drops to the rear as they negotiate the next bend, and Armstrong goes to the lead now. 850 metres left to go in the Cup, and it's Armstrong just in front. Moving up to second on the outside is 0 Point, tackling Armstrong and going to the lead now. It's 0 Point just in front of Armstrong. Black Hula's a length away third, followed by Semi-Jewel. Starting to improve is Yuppie on the outside of Gentleman Quarter. Gillespie's going forward in a hurry, but he'll be pushed 6 wide on the bend. Behind them, Kamishima looking for the way clear. Then Icy Pride, who's starting to improve as well. And Midnight Moon coming to the outside. They're in the straight now with 400 metres to go. 0 Point has gone to the lead. Yuppie's looming as a danger on the outside. Gillespie's there. He is whacking away. He's up to third. And coming right down the outside is Time Signal with a strong run. They've got 200 metres to go. Yuppie's hit the lead. Yuppie's in front. On the outside, Time Signal's coming after Yuppie. He's finishing strongly. Time Signal, I think he's going to get Yuppie. Time Signal's just in front of Yuppie. They're going to the line. Time Signal first. Yuppie second. Third, Cougar Hoff, followed in by 0 Point. Icy Pride, the next one over the line. Then Gillespie, only plotted in the last 200 metres of the race. Kamishima, Deer Hill. Further back came Royal Danehill, and then Semi-Jewel. Croftside Park, Bold and Brash, Tell Darcy, Midnight Moon, Gentleman Caller. And the last 2 over the line.
Away well was Elfinity out wide, and Snapper Kane is showing very good speed. Snapper Kane looks as though he's going to lead them all on settling down from Elfinity. Take the stand, Mr. Gorski, and then...
Collects the biggest race of the day in Brisbane. What's been an enjoyable season thus far. 958, fourth to be confirmed. Trifecta will be 1,624.20 in New South Wales. And we just await other details through from Unitab and also Supertab. Quinella, New South Wales, 48.90 and Exacta, 121.20. So Time Signal races up, collects the cash. And Gary White's team in the winner's circle. Now from here we focus our attention on Randwick as we await full dividends to be confirmed at Eagle Farm. 4 minutes off. Randwick, let's head trackside for the latest on-course news with Ron Dunn. On the tote, good value Super Tab by comparison. Vendettas, this beautifully bred galloper Vendettas. by Danehill. It's a half-brother to Mahogany. It's won 5 of 12, having its first run up. It's won 1 from 3 first up. When last in work was an inner track winner in April of last year, a Warwick Farm winner, placed at Rosehill behind Raminko. And it's been kept very safe in betting. We go down to Brantwood Manor, which continues to ease. And for the rest of them, there's no major changes. Trackside we head for race 7, talented lineup of sprinters.
A good battle here on course between Brantwood Manor, who's been very solid, and the best back late has been number 3, Can't Tackle. To be hoped that it jumps away on level terms today. And as far as the third elect is concerned, it's number 2, Majestic Fiesta. That's the on-track late news. Brantwood Manor, solid favourite, but Can't Tackle, very, very good late support. Moving in now at the 1200 metres. Tote showing number 3, Can't Tackle, 450 and 170 in New South Wales. The favourite, number 11. And, of course, Brantwood Manor being the horse, 350 and 160. Big Doug won the previous race 6, number 6, ridden by Corey Brown. That was a winning double for Corey. He won earlier on Sequi. Big Doug beat 2, Navy Blue, 5, Mantovani, 1 4th Inclusion. Other winners, Lasting Faith, Mitchell Bell, Sequi, Corey Brown, Leroy Brown, Jim Cassidy, Rouge Homme, Pat Ferris, and Shamika, Jim Cassidy. Now, over here at the 1200 metres, we're only awaiting on a couple of them. He's on Fire and Vendettas. Can't Tackle drawn nice and handily here in gate number 2. Brantwood Manor will start from stall number 10. Now coming in is the second last horse, and Vendettas will be the last. Just a race going on at the moment at Toowoomba. They may well wait for this to finish. Can't Tackle has joined Brantwood Manor in the ring now. By golly, there has been certainly concerted support for Can't Tackle in the ring over the last 3 minutes. Been a couple of good goes today. Inclusion in the previous was one in particular, but it didn't raise the hopes of its supporters. Ran 4th. Now here's Vendettas walking up towards the outside of the gates. Field of 13 with a scratching of number 5, Si Senor. Starter goes onto the stand, and they're ready now. They're off this time, and a Majestic Fiesta began best, commencing pretty well. Was Can't Tackle with Kutamutu and Shy Hero driving up towards the leaders. It's a swarm for the front spot, and then a gap of a length and a half to nudge Brantwood Manor, followed closely by Impregnable, Cosmic Rays, Knickerbocker Kid, Diamond, Vendettas, and then King of Rhythm, and He's on Fire's last. Majestic Fiesta the leader, past the 800, a length and a half on Shy Hero, 2.5 to the very heavily back Can't Tackle, a length Brantwood Manor, 1 3/4 Diamond going around Kutamutu, followed by Impregnable, Cosmic Rays, and then nudge on the inside, wider Knickerbocker Kid. Third last is Vendettas from He's on Fire, and King of Rhythm's Absolute. Around the corner, and Majestic Fiesta's hanging, and Shy Hero is booting up on the inside to get within a neck of the leader. A length and a half to Can't Tackle, pulling around them now to put in his challenge. A length to Brantwood Manor, Kutamutu, Cosmic Rays, and Diamond from Knickerbocker Kid. Majestic Fiesta still fighting on. Can't Tackle's almost got him. He has now, and Cosmic Rays is joining in. Can't Tackle taken on by Cosmic Rays, then Knickerbocker Kid, Majestic Fiesta. It's Cosmic Rays in front. Knickerbocker Kid made a big dive at him, and it's very hard to say. Cosmic Rays with Knickerbocker Kid, and Vendettas up there for third with Diamond. Not far away, Majestic Fiesta. Brantwood Manor followed by Can't Tackle, didn't go on with it. Followed home then by Impregnable, and He's on Fire, Kutamutu, Nudge, and Shy Hero, and King of Rhythm last to complete the course. Not a Sydney meeting without another breathtaking finish. We had one earlier in the day, a nose in favour of what race was it? The 4th race with Sequi. And here Knickerbocker Kid has lunged at Cosmic Rays, looking at the ground shot, which has taken a fraction past the post. If anything, the outside horse, Knickerbocker Kid, is favoured there, but it may be taken just a stride past the post, and it's just impossible to tell. I'm looking at the longer shot being shown now. Again, the horses were totally out of stride. And Knickerbocker's, the inside horse, Cosmic Rays' nose has come down, but again, that looks as though it's taken past the post again. So the answer is a pineapple. Here's the number coming up. Number 8 gets it, Knickerbocker Kid, Darren Beedman. Number 8 is the winner, Knickerbocker Kid, Darren Beedman, first up since the 6th of July. Knickerbocker Kid by Opera Prince from Mannequin, trained by Gary Portelli. He's been a wonderful old horse, 7 years of age. Start number 71, wins 17, 10 seconds, 9 thirds, and in a breathtaking finish has beaten Cosmic Rays. Number 4, ridden by Rob Thompson. Number 3 is third.
Just when Can't Tackle was hailed the winner, along came Cosmic Rays, and just when Granai is also there along with Past the Skies. Andrew Bensley, as we come back to you.
He took on the outside running rail when they went to the start. She obviously is a mare who's got a few problems because got a huge scar on her rump as well. I reckon she might have tangled with a fence at some stage of her life. Anyway, she's out here today. Vignor out, and the substitute for the doubles is number 4, Born to Dream, as they continue to move in here. So we've got $4.10 then for Provokes, $4.30 for Born to Dream, $4.70 Granaya. Just about ready to go. Provokes is coming up now. She's been quite well tried on track, and Born to Dream solid second pick on course, out then to 7 Past the Skies, and then 5 Granaya. Stephen King would like to finish his day off a little better than it's been for him. He's been on 4 favourites today, and they've all failed. So he's on Granaya. Maybe he'll pull something out here. Midday Matinee coming in. Quaddy today paid $3,239.50, 6, 6, 1 and 12. Daily double paid $76.80 on 6 and 12. Here's Past the Skies coming in riderless, and Granaya for Stephen King in the interim goes up ahead of her. Past the Skies now goes in. Dan Nikolic, I think this would be his last ride before he starts a suspension that was incurred on Antique in the Oaks. Certainly ridden well since that suspension. Took out the big one today on Damasceno. So they're set for the final event. Ready to go. Ignore the late scratching. Racing in the last. And a good start. Limerick Lady first out. Sanachi was slow to move. A Class Act settled second behind Limerick Lady, and Provoke shot across the field pretty easily and got up to second now. There followed El Molina 2 lengths away third. A Class Act now fourth on the inside, followed by Woodweener 1 Granaya. Back behind those horses then came Magic Murdoch on the inside, a length to Born to Dream, a length to Past the Skies, Suave Princess 2 Sanachi, and 3 to Midday Matinee. Going quickly at the 800 metre mark. Limerick Lady in front. Provokes got across very easily. She sits second a half length away. 3 lengths El Molina, 2 lengths away a Class Act inside Woodweener, and then came Granaya. 1 further back Magic Murdoch, Born to Dream, a length and a half Past the Skies, Suave Princess, then 2 lengths Sanachi and Midday Matinee at the 500, and Limerick Lady in front. Provokes a neck back second, then El Molina, next Woodweener, a Class Act the rail, Granaya coming into it. Born to Dream is making ground round the outside. She's the widest as they corner, where Provokes moved up to Limerick Lady, a Class Act in the clear, followed by Granaya and Born to Dream coming down the outside. Provokes took the lead at the 200. A Class Act got hampered there. Woodweener runs on, and so too Born to Dream still coming. Provokes in front of Woodweener. Born to Dream. Born to Dream is coming hard on the outside. She's raced to the lead, and Born to Dream by 3/4. Provokes second, Woodweener third, Granaya fourth, and then a Class Act followed in by Suave Princess, then Sanachi, El Molina, Past the Skies as well back, followed in by Midday Matinee towards the tail of the field. Limerick Lady back there in company with Magic Murdoch.